We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Check. Hurt. Viking 18.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. And it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. Incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go.
The slot man in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And they can't bring him down. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pick up the 25. He stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The Saints at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This defense for the Buccaneers very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Hands it off, and a loose football. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Partner doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They'll drop to throw. And incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. Let's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodge 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their play over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That one goes for 30 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
And plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They're going to look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Here comes the Saints punter now. Back deep for the Bucs is Devin Tompkins. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be taken at the 13. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one a first down pickup of 8. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now back to the ground game with White. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
But obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Dancing to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Chubb is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Come on. Check mash.
White is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, check that. Street. Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Slot man moves right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 40 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ramondre Stevenson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point try good by Gano. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Go, Reed, go. Set.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Check.
They'll go up the middle with White. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Or do you put it in your quarterback's hands again? That's the question here on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Okay, ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit.
Ready?
This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
Ready?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Fielded at the 33. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Three.
And trouble trying the middle here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll look to throw here. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 7.
Check smash.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Buying time to his left. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Here we go. Hey, check that. Street. Go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of...
Touchdown, Saints! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Gano now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From the end zone, here's Devin Tompkins. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys field it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Saints 14. Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now back to throw. And oh, he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Dragon 60.
He'll drop to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, smash Bronco.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
65 cat. Go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Man, sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Saints 17.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Here is third down and 4.
Cougar 19. Hey.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and now third down and 6 to go.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Here we go. Past the 60.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll set up to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. He'll buy some time right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The drive starts with a run by White. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down and 8. Opting to run again here with White. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Back to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
They'll look to throw again. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally marked down at the 23. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Okay, ready? No, check, hurt.
Chubb will get the call running left. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rachaad White with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And this will wind up as Saints 1st down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Mustang 19.
Back to throw here. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 41. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Three.
They run it again with Chubb. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding the clock.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's second and inches at the Saints' 14-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense on third down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 4. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Brian Brzee fought in and got him down. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
60 Maverick.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Javon Holland. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bucs have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They're going to look to throw. That's into the hands of DuBose. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Back to throw again. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Dragon 60. 65 catch, 65 catch.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 6 yards away. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
147 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Ready.
White will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Buccaneers 59, Saints 23. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Saints on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Buccaneers 66, Saints 23.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Tempo.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Here we go. Strike.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Come on, come on. Set.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Let's go now.
Come on, baby. Get it out. Let's go, fellas.
Ready?
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Tampa Bay, they're setting themselves up as a major contender.